Welcome back, everyone. Hey, it's Dave Paris, and if you've been following along at home, you'll remember that ALC and I are doing a series on dual guitar jams and how to add variety and contrast to your solos when working with another guitar player. So in part one of this series, we talked about some basic ideas that we could use to add distinction to our playing when we were playing next to somebody. So now in part two, what we're going to do is we're going to expand off of that. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take different techniques. So this time, Arty's going to kick off the solo, and he's going to shred, and I'm going to do more melodic solos. So let's see what we can learn from something like that. Like to hit, here it goes. All right, so you can see by what we got going on that we're definitely expanding in our range of I guess just our overall approach and our soloing and how it's contrasting each other. Okay, so Arty was playing more faster notes and doing a lot more shredding. I was taking a more melodic, slower approach. So what we're going to talk about now is we're going to talk about my Junior Secret Woodchuck secret weapon. So this is Crazy Dave's secret weapon that I use when I go to jam sessions. Slide guitar. I use a slide. I usually bring a slide with me when I go to jams for a lot of different reasons. So what we're going to do now is Arty and I are going to do a solo, and I'm going to play off of slide, and he's going to play off of notes, and we're going to see what that ends up doing to our solos. Like to hear it? Here it goes. Okay, so you can see from that what we had going on, it definitely added a lot of difference. I mean, Arty's playing off of the fretboard, and I'm playing slide. So that's good because there again we're getting a difference in our playing. And, guitar players have a tendency to fall back on what they know, and usually what they know are a lot of notes. So it's not uncommon for players to get into situations and they start playing as many notes as they can, as fast as they can, as often as they can. And slide is a real good way to kind of discipline yourself to avoid doing that. For one thing, it forces you to play melodically. It limits your notes. It limits your fingers. Now, there's a whole other world of great guitar players out there that deal with alternate tunings and do a whole lot of crazy that I can't even get involved in that I can't do with alternate tunings and such. But in a standard guitar tuning, you can you're kind of limiting yourself to your pentatonic scale. And it's forcing you to concentrate more on your notes and your phrasing and such. And so that's a really good thing that slide allows you to do. The other thing is that it just kind of looks cool. It's that smoke and mirrors kind of concept. I mean, people do your finger tapping because it looks cool and impressive, and you get to play all these notes. But it's not. It might not be particularly hard to do. The audience just reacts because it looks cool. And slide is another one of those things where you can play a slide in a solo, and people think that it's harder than it is, and so it kind of gives you that maybe boost of confidence, that ego boost or whatever. And it will get a reaction sometimes from audiences that that think that what you're doing might be harder than what it is. So that's why I like to bring a slide with me and utilize it. But the other thing is you got to avoid these turf wars. I've talked about turf wars in the past in my other videos, and it's kind of like whoever gets to the cool toy first wins. If a player brings out a slide, then maybe you need to concentrate on doing something else. Maybe go off of more finger picking or finger tapping, or deal with bends or a different register or something like that, or bring your slide out in a different portion of the song or another song or something. I did a jam one time where there were like 4 guitar players in a row, and I brought out my slide and I started doing a slide, and the guy after me, he brought out his slide, and he started doing the same thing, and I was like, well, that doesn't really add the variety that I was hoping to do. So think about those kind of things when you're going into your solos, on different things that you can do, things that will contrast what the other guitar player is playing. All right, so in summary, hopefully we gave you some ideas on how you can expand your soloing, some of your concepts, add variety to what you're doing. I want to thank my good friend Arty for opening up his studio and making this possible and helping me out with this and playing as well today. So be sure and check him out at Arty Cavazos on Reverb Nation and Instagram. Ibanez Guitar Player, ALC. He's got YouTube videos, and he's active on social media. And if you're interested in more on me, and I do mean more on, you can go to daveparis.com. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach me through my website. You can add comments to the video here. You can also find me out on social media at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the rest. Otherwise, I'm just looking forward to meeting you again on cyberspace here before too long. Thanks a lot.